Gin boys, if ever there was a group that were that...
Well, they were the ones that saw themselves that way, and they've just sort of kicked themselves
right in the guts.
Yeah, yeah. But the other thing about it, Murray, let's be honest. I mean, this, as Ken alluded to, that this has gone on in the past. There's been different ways, but you've got to get it sorted between what's really gamesmanship and what's cheating. And that there is a straight-out case of cheating, and that's why the harsh, you know, sort of punishment sort of handed out to it. But there is bad sort of gamesmanship that goes on at all stages.
Well, let's go to gamesmanship.
But does the rule say it has to be your blood?
Well, I don't know.
Well,
does it? Of course it does.
Well, it does. Depending how good the lawyer was.
If we're going to gamesmanship, do you think the Habana incident is gamesmanship from last week?
Hard to say. I mean, I didn't see enough of that to see anything untoward. I mean, he may have a genuine hamstring there.
What has just happened is that they've asked, is this a blood bin? And they're answered in the affirmative. Now, we'll play it again in a second or two. What was your take on it at the time?
Yeah, 100%. Mate, listen, if a guy's got an injury, the first thing you do as a coach is you try and check out that you can get him off legitimately for something that we can get. He gets a knock in the head, find some flippin' blood so we can give him a bit of a spell, get him back on. It's not cheating, but there's certainly a degree of gamesmanship in it. Now, I don't know enough about the issue either, but I know that that'd be the first thing you look for.
Well, obviously, the big appeal is that if you get sent to the blood bin, you can come back in 10 minutes. If it's a substitution, you can't. So if you've got something that's a little bit sore and you need a quick shot of cortisone or something, or a little bit of local to fix, which is part and parcel of all professional sport, you can just duck into the dressing room, get the needle in your back and back later. But, you know, so I really think it's probably the rule that needs to be addressed.
How long away are we from a major scandal in rugby in particular with the amount of steroids being used?
I've got no idea. I suspect, particularly at lower levels of the game, you're looking at guys who are in
why are you saying lower levels? We've seen some tops players who go away for summer and come back and their bodies are transformed. Now, nobody lifts that amount of weights over the summer, and we all let it bypass. And over the years, I've sat there and I've thought to myself, this is rubbish.
What I mean by the lower levels is that, obviously, with no drug testing lower down, they can do it over a greater period of time. Obviously, when you're reaching All Black or Super 14 level, there's regular drug testing, so you're taking a real risk if you're doing it around those times.
Ken, the other bit that concerns me and interests me the most is probably the fact that one person can play a huge role in the result of a rugby game. We've just seen a kick-at goal then. I'm talking the referee. Now, fortunately, they've been well paid, more than $160,000 a year, most of these blokes now, so they're not going to be got at. But I think that if I was a bookie, that's who I would want to get at. Do you know any evidence that has been around in rugby with results being fixed for sports betting so far?
No.
How long away do you think it is?
Not that far away. My only experience on a personal level has been with the New Zealand referees, who are very highly regarded on the international scene with a high level of integrity and their own system in place. I'm not aware of a bookmaker ringing up and asking them to swing the penalty count one way and we'll give you $100,000 in the morning if you do that. I would think it would be naive of us to say that it's never going to happen. The reality is somebody, if it hasn't already been attempted, will do so in this professional era.
Murray, while coaching in Africa, we were aware, not of cheating, but we were aware of degree of bias. Apparently some emails intercepted, rightly or wrongly, suggesting that, you know, we'll get these guys, or, you know, that'll teach this team or something of the sort. So there is always that doubt that exists, but I believe it's only a matter of time before something gets caught out on it, yeah.
Yeah, I hope it's some time away because, you know, we don't need it, and certainly if the game is to progress, it'll be a lot cleaner without it, that's for sure.
It's been part and parcel of cricket for how long?
Yeah.
You know, in cricket we just finished rugby one, cricket's the next.
Just as an aside, some of the stories that are coming out of the ICL and the IPL, you just wonder if you'd ever watch another game. It's just ridiculous.
There's more money gambled in the subcontinent, though, mate. You know. It's the amount of gambling that goes on in the subcontinent as compared to... as soon as we start getting our flipping TAB accounts up, we'll be there.
All right. Well, our next topic is coaches. Who would be one? One bloke here has been one. It's not a job that I would seek myself. Why did you seek it?
Oh, look, it seems like a logical progression of something that you love, passionate about. We were talking about with the commentary, you know, why do you do it? Because you love it. It's a great concept to be waking up in the morning and do something that's not a job because you're so passionate about it. truth of it is, it comes with a lot of pitfalls if you don't get it right.
You're about Jason Taylor's side. Did anybody get up and thump you the way he got?
Yeah, there was a decent flipping story that came out about that as well. I've got to be honest. I heard, though, that the coach himself was running around having a few flicks at people, just jokingly like as well. So I don't think I would have done that either.
The bit that amazes me is that it was on the so-called Mad Monday, even though they had it on a Sunday. They can't even get the date right. But, you know, you look at it, why would they want to get into the booze with all the problems that they've had in league this year? I just think it's crazy.
Mind blown. I wouldn't like to be in David Gallop's shoes, for sure.
No, and he's done a good job. He's tried to hang in with the whole thing. But it's not his fault. But